Good afternoon, everyone. Happy birthday. How fantastic to see you. Thank you for being here. I think this is the most active chat we've had in the afternoon for a very long time. So, of course, we're starting officially at 3 o'clock, but it wouldn't be a self-isolation choir event without the conductor popping up for a bit of a chat first of all and to do the sound checks. Now, first of all, folks, just apologies for the slight background noise. It is unbelievably hot in this little room of mine where I'm broadcasting from, so I've got a fan on. Otherwise, I would just slowly melt like the Raise of the Lost Ark or something throughout the broadcast. So that's just, it'll be turned off when we sing, don't worry. And yes, for those of you who are worried, we will be singing soon. And for those of you who are worried about the chat, there's just been a whole lot going on about chat. Please do keep chatting. It's really important, all right? We love seeing you all in the chat, and we love you having fun. Now, we've got some amazing stuff to talk about this afternoon. I'll be starting officially at 3 o'clock, but in the meantime, hello, everyone. How great to see you. Dave's asking, where's my badge? I don't need a badge. Don't need no badges. I've got my waistcoat, you see, Dave. And I've got something very special down here. I'll give you a clue. Okay, but I've got all sorts of things, some special treats for you, all right? So I hope you'll forgive me not wearing a badge, because if I'm honest, ladies and gentlemen, what I've got for you is 100 times better than a badge. And I know you don't believe it, but it's true. So a very, very good afternoon to everyone. Hello to Mark. Hiya, sir. Well done. I think I'm going to take this opportunity, and I know we'll all want to thank you, but Mark, we're here because of an idea you had. And he's going, oh, no, Ben, oh, no, it's all a team. It is, yes, absolutely. And Mark Cease is an absolute star. Yeah, I've waved my arms in front of a few rehearsals. We've had a lot of fun. But this is your idea. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much. Everyone, look, you're all here. Julie's guessed it. You're so many people here. And happy birthday. Absolutely. Now, one of the rumours going around on Twitter is that my announcement is that I'm officially changing my name to Mark. I think it might make things simpler in some ways and more confusing in others. So I'll take that under consideration. I'd have to find a new way of spelling it that wasn't with a K or with a C, but, you know, you folks, maybe M-A-R-Q? Oh, no, we'll work it out. Hello to Karen. Hello to Marie and Gloria. Good afternoon, everyone. Look, I could try reading the participants list, but it'd take me all afternoon. It's just so wonderful to see you all. And it's just mind-bending to think that this choir not only is still here a year after we started it, but to consider what we've achieved. And I have a list here. And when we start at 3 o'clock, and once I've welcomed you all, I'm going to read out the list of everything that we've recorded this year. Okay? And those of you who have done some recording with us this year, start counting up on your fingers. How many pieces do you reckon? How many things have we learnt and recorded this year? Because I think the answer will surprise you. It's unbelievable. Mark, I love this. Oh, this is why I love chatting to the choir. Because, I mean, without this, I'd just be a strange man, you know, talking to himself in his spare bedroom. And, you know, there's a case to be made for that being true. But I'm accompanied by lots and lots of other lovely people who are also talking and singing to themselves in their spare bedrooms and front rooms and kitchens and gardens. And I've seen people singing along to SIC rehearsals on the beach, up a mountain, in the desert. I mean, this choir's reach is truly global. Oh, look, everyone's so many people are here. It's lovely. I'm still getting alternate spellings of Mark. I love that, Anne. M-A-R-C-K. That's the one, combining the best of both. Which is silent? It's up to you. Fabulous. Well, I just need to double check that the instruments are working. So we are going to be singing Quanta Qualia today, ladies and gentlemen. And those of you who have the scores, I invite you to get them ready. Obviously, we need the... It's just such a distinctive chord, isn't it? We will be singing Quanta Qualia. I also want to check that my recording is ready. So just watch out if you turn my my volume up here. Just be careful. It's quite a loud choir. Here we go. Oh. Genuinely. How do you do that? Every time I press that, I start to go. It's in the first chord. How did you manage that, you lot? Goodness me. Oh, I like that. M-A-C-K. Mac. Oh, fantastic. And yes, I do hope you're all having a lovely day. Here In Bristol, it is extremely warm and lovely and sunny. It's a mini heat wave. All the plants in the garden are having a fantastic time. My cat has just completed his 4th dust bath of the day. And, it's just absolutely lovely. A perfect day to celebrate the first birthday of what I genuinely believe is the busiest and most hard-working choir in the world. And if genuinely, folks, if you can find me, point to a choir that's achieved more in the last year and in its first year, then I would love to see them. But I don't think you will, because this is something very special. And, just you wait, folks, just you wait. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, I will urge you after today's broadcast to go back and read my tweets in the last 24 hours, because I've dropped plenty of hints in my tweets as to what we're announcing today. That's all I'll say. Fabulous. Look at all these lovely people. It's moving so quickly, but I'm going to have a go at saying hello to a few people. So hello to Yuko, hello to Perry, hello to Elizabeth and Naomi and Evelyn, hello to Karen and Jennifer and Anne, hello to Helen, I hope all's well in Canterbury, hello to Susanna and Andrew and Anna, and Terry, hi Terry, and Jane and Barbara and Linda and Denise. Look at all these wonderful people. There's Ian and Seamus. I'm glad to see you guys have found each other now. You too. I'm watching you, all right? Thank you. Have a great time. Hello to Jane. SIC is the best. Absolutely. Hello to Liz and Val and Renata and Lucy. Oh, how fantastic. Yeah, it is absolutely. It's a birthday party, so do please, do enjoy yourselves, do celebrate, do chat. I want to see lots and lots of emojis. Let's see a selection of our favourite emojis, those of you that use them from the last year. Think about it. Those of you up until a year ago had never even heard of an emoji. Think of how many you've typed over the course of the year. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin. So we are going to sing. So please make sure you've got a drink, because we do need to hydrate ourselves. It is so important, as you know, but do please keep chatting in the comments. And I know I say it every time, but I need to give you permission to enjoy this wonderful facility. It's such an important part of being in a virtual choir. And so do please take advantage of it and enjoy it. And maybe if you're here and you've never popped up in the comments before, maybe make today the day you pop up and say, hi everyone, it's my first time in the comments, and you will be surrounded by wonderful people. And I can't think of a better way to move on to our main presentation today. So everybody, please do help me as we move from the chat to the full screen. You know what to do. And a very, very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to your Self-Isolation Choir birthday party. It's absolutely astonishing to think that a year ago we were just getting ready to launch this amazing project under the title of Messiah at Home. And when we put this together, that is to say, Mark Strawn, who had this incredible idea of starting a choir in isolation, and he assembled the team of Mark Cease and myself, when we put this project together, we could never have dreamed that the choir would still be going a year from then. And if you had shown us a list of everything that the choir, that is to say you, would achieve, I think we all would have laughed at each other and probably backed away nervously, because we would have assumed that the other person was quite mad. Speaking of which, I do have to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, just over a year ago, when I first got the call to give Mark Strawn a ring, it was sold to me as there's this chap called Mark who's had this idea of recording Messiah in isolation with a full orchestra. And my response was, and I quote, "He's insane. I'm going to talk him out of it." And so we had a conversation. I did my very best. Mark, you'll back me up on this. I did my very best to talk Mark out of it. And in the end, he talked me into it. And I could not be happier. His inspiration and his idea sparked all this. But the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, the thing that has caused this choir to become such an enormous global influence, an enormous global community, is you. You have made it what it is. You came along and signed up for this idea. We didn't know if we'd get 100 people, let alone 3,500. And we put together the Self-Isolation Choir. We put together Messiah at Home. And then things really took off. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I read you the list of works that we've performed this year, I want to say thank you and congratulations to every single one of you, whether you have recorded anything, whether you've ever even sung along at home, whether some people come along and they just watch and enjoy the atmosphere, others record every single note of every single part and submit it, and everyone in between. You are all valued and important members of this community, of this family. And I could not be prouder to be the musical director of this group. And I know that Mark is entirely with me on that. Now, I'm going to read the list. But first of all, we do have a couple of just very, very minor notices before we get to the big stuff. Okay. And so the main minor notice is that the headshot photos, please, everybody, for the birthday mosaic picture that we're going to be putting together for you, we need to have those by the 4th of April. Okay, that is a teeny tiny notice, but if you want to be in the big mosaic photo, and that's for anyone who's been in the SIC this year, please send it to us. You've got Mark's, hopefully you've had an email from Mark, okay? You've got his email, please send that photo in. The other thing before we start, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a minor bit of news. This is a really, really important bit of news. It is dear Lynn's birthday as well as our birthday today. It's Lynn McMillan's birthday. And to anyone else whose birthday it is today, I would like to ask you to sing happy birthday for those people. And so we're going to sing along together, everybody. So it's going to be happy birthday to Lynn and SIC. Everybody, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lynn and SIC. Happy birthday to you. Many thanks, everybody. Very well sung. There will be more singing, by the way, just those of you who are concerned as to how much singing we'll be doing. So many happy returns, Lynn, and many happy returns to the choir. Now, on that, ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking about projects that we've completed so far, and we haven't really... well, we've mentioned the various projects, but we've never really listed them because this choir has always been about moving forwards. But I think on a day like today, it's important to reflect on the success of the year. And so why not make yourselves comfortable, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just going to quickly as I can, read through the list of projects that have been completed or are in progress by this choir. And you have to bear in mind that these are recordings for the most part. There's only a handful which have not been recorded, and every single one has been learnt from scratch. If we're a professional choir, you'd be expected to turn up knowing the work, but we have learnt every single piece. So here we go. In a year, the Self-Isolation Choir has produced Handel's Messiah, Ben's Hallelujah, thank you for that, John Rutter Week, Ave Maris Stella by Grieg, Stanford Bluebird, Quanta Qualia, more on that in a minute, Vivaldi Gloria, we've learnt Zadok the Priest and Parry's I Was Glad, we've recorded Mahler 2, Mendelssohn's Elijah, the complete work which we performed 3 times in a row, the Fauré Requiem, the De Rufflet Requiem, the Brahms Ein Deutsches Requiem, Verdi's Requiem, the Lord's Prayer from the African Sanctus. I'm having to read this so many. The St. John Passion by Bach, Mozart's Requiem, Rossini's Petit Messe Solennelle. We had an incredible programme at Christmas where we performed a world premiere by Patrick Hawes, which was recorded for us. We had a course by Ralph of ABBA songs. We started the Self-Isolation Orchestra, which recorded Elgar's Nimrod, is currently recording Rachmaninoff's Second Symphony, a beautiful piece by William Lloyd Webber, father of Andrew and Julian Lloyd Webber. We're recording Beethoven's Ninth. We launched the Young SIC, which has been broadcasting every Tuesday and Thursday morning since January. We've also learned Allegris Miserere, Lotti Crucifixus. We've learned pieces by Tallis and Bruckner. We're just learning a whole load of hymns. We launched Messiah 2 and Radio Choral. And, ladies and gentlemen, your applause. So I think we should end with that one. Here it is. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, everybody. And just think about the list that I've just read out. If you took that list and you said to a choir, over the course of a decade, we will be learning and performing these works, I would say, for the most part, you would say that's a very busy choir. But we did all that in a year. And I think that is absolutely extraordinary. I've been saying for a long time, the Self-Isolation Choir has been the busiest and most hardworking choir in the world for the last 12 months. And that is down to you. We have put a lot of stuff in place at this end, but you have come along, you've taken it all on board, you've gone away and recorded, and some of you have really worked your socks off. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, from us. Absolutely incredible work. Many, many thanks. Now, there is more to come, of course, and the courses that you're aware of, that we've already announced, are as follows. So we're working on the Puccini Messa di Gloria. That'll be performed with an orchestra. The Pergolesi Durante Magnificat, which is a course run by dear Harry. And we're also going to be teaching you Mahler's 8th Symphony in its entirety. If you thought Mahler 2 was big, Mahler 8 is the big one. We have Summer School 2, and I promise you, ladies and gents, if you haven't signed up for this one, it is going to be an absolute jewel. Everything that we've got chosen for the Summer School is absolutely wonderful, and I'm looking forward to that. We're also going to be performing Haydn's Creation in September, October, November. And we also have this wonderful course called How Do You Keep the Music Playing, which is written by Joanna Forbes Lestrange, which has a solo by Helen Charleston, who obviously we know and love. And all of those lovely projects are still to come. And there's much, much more that we can't yet tell you about that is just absolutely mind-blowing. Because that's the thing, folks. I don't think this choir is going anywhere, and I'm sure you would agree. We here believe that this choir is a new way of learning music. It's not going to replace meeting people face to face in a church hall. It's not going to replace the excitement of going to a venue and singing all together. It may, as restrictions lift, we may expand into that. But we've discovered a way, I believe, of learning, of sharing, enjoying and recording music that is completely unique. And I, for one, although I've definitely missed being out and rehearsing with people, there's been a few times this last year where I've actually been very grateful to not have to go out in a howling gale and drive for an hour and go to a rehearsal in a cold church before then a long drive home, instead of which I've come to my computer and I've spoken to a wonderful choir, and we've looked at ways to learn music in sections and to record, and it's just been a really exciting new way of learning. And so we, as long as you need us, we will be here. And if you think that the next year sounds exciting already, really it's going to be even better than the last year. It really is. We have some incredible stuff planned. And so I'm coming to my first announcement here, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of incredible projects, something that has never been attempted before. After feedback from all of you about how much you enjoyed our recent a cappella course, which I was very privileged to run alongside the incredible Nigel Short and Tenebrae, a wonderful, wonderful choir. And it was very clear that Nigel really, really enjoyed the experience. We have decided to do the following. So first of all, we are working on a very similar A Cappella Wonders 2 course, which will come later in the year. More details about that, but obviously a very similar program of absolutely beautiful a cappella works from across the centuries. But here's the big one, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that's never been attempted. We're going to partner again with Tenebrae and Nigel Short, and we are bringing you a very special course that's starting on the 25th of July with a concert on the 28th of October. And this course is a unique work, one of the most, I suppose, one of the best known and most recognised piece of music to describe, if not necessarily to listen to. And I tweeted out on this afternoon, about an hour before the course, I said, seriously, people, enough muttering. Which was a bit of a clue. Seriously, S, people, P, enough muttering. It's Spem in Alium, ladies and gentlemen, by Thomas Tallis, which is the 40-part motet, the absolutely incredible monolithic work by that great Renaissance composer. And if you've never performed in Spem in Alium, it is an absolutely astonishing experience. And I've never really thought of a better work, a work that's better suited, I should say, for an online virtual scenario. So starting in July, Nigel and I will be teaching you the complete Spem in Alium. All 40 parts will get an individual rehearsal over the course of a series of weeks. And then we are going to record this work, and we are going to put together what we believe is the world's largest and most extravagant rendition of Talis's Spem in Allium. And of course, that means those of you that love recording, you can record as many of those 40 parts as you're capable of and enjoy. And those of you keeping track on spreadsheets, you better add a few more columns for that one. And there's more than that, of course, folks. As well as being taught it, we have Tenebrae to sing all of the guide tracks for you. So you'll be singing along with the world's best singers in one of the world's best known and most exciting pieces in a completely unique way. It's never been attempted like this before. We're teaming up with the Talis Society here in the UK. It is an official event, and so it will bring a historical context to the course that is unparalleled. So please, ladies and gentlemen, consider joining this amazing opportunity. There will be an email, oddly enough, very, very soon, and we would commend this to you as a particularly exciting project in an already unbelievably exciting programme. So, goodness me, isn't that quite something? Spem in Allium by Thomas Tallis. If you've never heard it, can I recommend after this broadcast you have a listen and you get a sense of the scale and the wonder of it. If you know Ralph Vaughan Williams' wonderful Fantasia theme by Thomas Tallis, the theme doesn't come from Spem in Allium, but the feeling of being surrounded by sound and the various orchestras and string quartets and so on was very much a little homage, if you like, to Spem in Allium. So that is an incredible opportunity. As I say, unlike anything before. Myself, Nigel Short, Tenebrae, Talis, be there. So that is a really, really exciting project to announce. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. That's not all. And yes, you are going to sing in a minute. But before we sing, I just want to talk about the work that we're going to sing, which is Quanta Qualia by Patrick Hawes. And this piece, for me, has when we recorded it, it had become an anthem for the choir. The words Quanta Qualia translated roughly, "Oh, my soul, wait, how great and how wonderful the joys of the meeting will be." And when we recorded this last year, I played it for my wife. She was actually one of the first people in the world to hear it, other than myself and the engineers. And she cried. And my wife doesn't cry easily over work that I produce, and she really did. And she said that the longing was palpable, that the feeling of reaching out for other people in that performance was so powerful, so moving. And it's been like that really as we've sung throughout the year. We've returned to Quanta Qualia a few times. Of course, it's been heard recently on Radio 4 and Desert Island Discs. But it occurred to Mark and myself that the meaning of the work has changed. When we recorded it, it was about us desperately wanting to reach out, and we were all together, but we were looking outward. We were wanting to get out and wanting to get back together, and of course we still do. But I feel that we have really met each other this year. How great and how wonderful the joys of the meeting have been. Those of you that have met each other here in the comments, those of you that meet each other on Facebook, on Twitter, in our fantastic new forum, which you should all go and see. Those of you who chat to each other on the phone, who have Zoom calls, those of you that have set up chapters of SIC in your own hometown, your own home area. We have met and we have become friends. We have become a family. And so I'm going to get a little bit choked up here, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a very, very important choir. And so what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to reopen Quanta Qualia and we're going to re-record it. We're not going to get rid of a single voice from last year, not one. And we are going to add as many of you out there who would like to be part of it. So on June the 22nd, is that right? Hang on. No. Sorry. 19th of June. 19th of June. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. 19th of June. I will be teaching Quanta Qualia throughout the day. We'll send you the details of the timing. So sopranos will have a time, sopranos 2 and so on, altos, tenors, basses. We will teach Quanta Qualia, everybody, and then we will open it to everybody. We're not going to charge for this. The only thing we're going to ask you to pay for, if you would like to take part, is Patrick's score. If you have your own copy of the score, then there is no charge to take part in this year's Quanta Qualia. And I would like to commend this to you as a project that even if you've never recorded anything for SIC, to consider being on this recording, because The first time we recorded it, we were reaching out to the world. This one, I feel we are singing as a family, and we are looking forward to meeting face to face, but it no longer feels second best to be meeting virtually, so, ladies and gentlemen. So one more time, Quanta Qualia is coming back. We will be learning it on the 19th of June. It is a free project for everyone. And this isn't just for those who have been on SIC courses. Please tell friends, family, fellow choristers that they are welcome to come along. They will need their own score, and we obviously can point you in the right direction. There'll be an email with a link that you can buy your own copy of the score if you don't have it, but otherwise, no charge. Would you please come along and be part of that for us? So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Quanta Qualia is returning, and our 2021 version, I'm already welling up at just the thought of it. So, folks, some incredible achievements in the last year, some astonishing things still to come. Would you join me in singing the wonderful Quanta Qualia? And then I shall bid you adieu for a couple of hours. We have the Mozart Requiem dress rehearsal at 5 o'clock, to which you are all cordially invited. And of course, the premiere of the full Requiem tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss it because it is staggering. It really is wonderful. But we're here to celebrate our first birthday. And there is no better song, there really isn't, for this choir than this astonishing work by our dear friend Patrick Hawes. So I'm going to give your notes, folks, and then would you join me in singing? I'm not sure which part I'm going to sing yet. I'm going to see which leaps out at me. But whichever part you sing, remember that you are with friends, you are with a family of singers that is, I think, unsurpassed in the history of the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, here are your notes. Basses, baritones, tenors, first tenors and sopranos. It's that note, isn't it? So everyone, Quanta Qualia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you managed to sing all the way through that, I commend you, because I blubbed several times during that. That was staggering. And for me, it just remains for me to thank you one more time for the last year. It's been an incredible experience, leading you on so many occasions and having the privilege of sitting and watching some of the best conductors in the world work with you. And to hear what you produce really has just been an incredible delight. So thank you, everyone. I really, really can't tell you how proud we all are of you. Now, of course, a year ago, if you told me that we'd be sitting here today and that we would be sharing this music, I would have said, and I quote, "You're insane." Goodness knows what we'll be saying a year from now, but I suspect it will be, my goodness, we had no idea how astonishing this year was going to be. So we are here as long as you need us, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us. We have some incredible music to share with you in our incredibly new way. And the most important thing for me is this family of singers and friends. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, we're not alone. We may be the self-isolation choir, but we are, although we're apart, we're always together. So on that, folks, we'll see you very soon. If you'd like to come along to the Mozart tonight, we'd love to see you. If you'd rather come tomorrow night and hear the full SIC version, well, then that'd be fantastic as well. And when we see you, well, it's entirely down to you. But we have, as I say, all this lovely music. So I look forward to welcoming you to many, many more rehearsals in the very near future. In the meantime, everybody, happy birthday, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye, folks.